What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
Well, it's good. It seems like it's been a while since I provided commentary. It's just been busy as hell, but I did want to showcase and do an updated version of the Super TEQ Future Gohan. I think it's one of the most underrated units in the game, and to be honest, I love running this unit. Now, I don't run it often, but it's a very solid unit. And don't be fooled by the fact that he only provides extreme damage to the super attack, because the ability to greatly raise attack will quickly catch up. And you'll see in the video how good this unit actually can be, depending on how you utilize them on a team. So again, because of the Goku and Vegeta lineage categories introduced from the LR Super Saiyan 4s, I figured it'd be a good opportunity to do this. So let's go ahead and cover the stats. This is, again, the Super TEQ Super Saiyan Future Gohan unit. Leader skill is going to be Tech type, attack increase of 70%. Super attack is going to greatly raise attack and also causes extreme damage to enemies. So again, you'll see throughout the video how much of an impact the Kaioken mechanic actually provides. The passive skill is a little bit limited. Attack and defense increase of 70% when HP is 80% or below. So nowadays in Dokkan Battle, that can sometimes be a little bit of a struggle to get that HP level down. But you'll see throughout the video, there are segments where you will see that passive skill activate, and you will see a hell of a difference. In terms of links, you're looking at Golden Warrior. That's going to be +1 Ki enemies defense minus 2000. Super Saiyan is 10% increase to attack. Prepared for battles +2 Ki. Experienced Fighters, 10% increase to attack. Kamehameha is 2500 to attack when SA is launched. Dismal Future is +1 Ki, and Shattering the Limit is +2 Ki. So again, he does finally fall into a good category. Not that he didn't before, but Goku's Lineage, is a very good category now. Future Saga, you can't run him because of the category lead is the other Future Gohan unit. The last resort option is the Hybrid Saiyans. Still pretty solid unit for that category, but again, since the Goku's Lineage category provides much more of a boost overall, I figured it'd be a good chance to test it out. Again, at 100% potential, you're looking at HP levels of 13,820, attack is 13,636, defense is 9,131, 12 Ki Multiplier is 140%. So again, you're probably already seeing this, but I'm guessing a lot of people, one, they probably don't know much about this unit, and number two, they probably haven't seen this unit perform at 100% potential too often. Most of the time, I guess if you do pull this unit and you have the other Future Gohan unit, which is the Future Saga category lead, chances are you probably fed this guy to the other one's SA, and that's perfectly acceptable, that's perfectly fine. The TEQ Gohan that you see here is not a unit you're going to use often, but that's what you have me for, pretty much, is for me to test out certain units to see how they are. Again, this is one of those units I really think is heavily underrated in my opinion. I think a lot of what turns people off is the simple fact that he has extreme damage instead of, at the very least, having supreme damage. Again, the greatly raised attack, or aka the Kaioken mechanic, quickly will catch up for this unit. You're looking at, after 4 or 5 super attacks, you've got the potential to hit for about 1.3, 1.4 million, depending on the supporting units in the rotation. But again, this unit is very solid. I love this unit. Honestly, it's one of my favorite units in the game. I feel like this unit, along with the TEQ Majin Vegeta, will probably get an Extreme Z Awakening sometime in the near future. That's just my guess. Now, I may be completely wrong, but it just seems like those types of units tend to get an easy A out of nowhere, you know what I mean? So again, this unit is pretty good. It's not the best, and it will take time for his attack to creep up, but once it does, especially in those battles that drag out, this could certainly be a pretty good unit. Again, I'm not saying it's a very, very, very good unit by any means, and there are plenty of units that perform better than this guy, but if you're looking to build teams, or if you just have dupes of this guy just sitting around, and not doing anything, for those wondering, this is pretty much how he is at 100% potential. And like I said, I've done a showcase video of this guy before. I'm pretty sure it was on the Hybrid Saiyans category. I also did a Kaioken mechanic showcase video where you test out, after 50 plus supers, how high his attack stats actually get up to. And I think for this unit, even though you start out with extreme damage, it went up to about 6 million potentially in attack stats. So those videos tend to give you an idea, you know, of how much of an increase over time you actually see. I understand that those are under very unrealistic situations, but you know, the concept itself is a pretty fun little experiment to do every now and then. So yeah, back to this unit though. Outside of the Future Saga category, this guy can do pretty well on Goku's Lineage, as you're seeing right now. The links are pretty straightforward. Most of the links that he has is pretty standard for Super Saiyan units. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Kamehameha, Shattering the Limit, even Experienced Fighters. Those tend to be pretty common link sets with other Super Saiyan units, so you're not going to really struggle with key links there. And again, the only issue I could potentially see is the fact that in order for his passive to activate, you do have to have the HP levels below 80%. That's the only struggle I could see some people having, especially at the beginning of battles and whatever. But once you get that 80% HP level or below, you're looking at a 70% at least toward attack and defense. And this guy, you know, I've been covering the attack side of it, but this guy can defend also pretty good. He's not the best defender by any means either, but he can take some damage with the opponent's or enemy's super attack, and he can certainly save you some HP conservation compared to some of the other units that tend to take a little bit more damage or don't get any sort of defense percent passive boost or anything like that. So you know, overall this unit's pretty good. Again, in this video, for example, you are seeing a lot of help in terms of support units like the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, LR Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, both the teen and youth versions. So again, you do have some supporting units helping out, providing at least a 30% increase to either attack or defense or even both. But even with that in mind, I mean, considering this unit only has extreme damage as part of the super attack package, you know, it's still pretty impressive to see the levels of output. So just to provide some more color to this unit, I did give him level 9 for additional attack and level 17 for criticals. Even though he does have the Kaioken mechanic, I figured I'd focus a little bit more on the critical side instead of the additionals. Even level 9 additional attack, he'll periodically get the additional super attack, but you could certainly go the other route where you focus more on additional attack and you get the you know, greatly you continue to raise his attack much more quickly by, you know, potentially activating more additional supers. You know, that's certainly an option. You could go the reverse route where instead of, you know, 917, you go higher levels toward additionals and a little bit less than criticals. That's certainly an option too, and that's not necessarily a wrong format. You know, it might actually be the proper way to do it. I tend to be a little bit biased and favor crits over additionals sometimes, so that's kind of where my head's at with all that. But you know, even with level 9 additional attack and only supering once, he definitely does get his attacking ability up there pretty quickly. So again, very solid unit. I like him a lot. I'm hoping that eventually he gets some sort of easy A. I don't expect it to be anything crazy. Maybe instead of extreme damage, it'll improve to supreme. I think as long as he gets supreme damage, this guy could potentially be a lot better. So yeah, that's my take on it. I think he's pretty solid. You definitely want to run him on either Hyper Saiyans or Goku's Lineage, or even a Super Type or Super Tech team. You could certainly test him out on Battle Road. Maybe the type specific one would be more of a tailoring event for him, because the type specific Battle Road stages are not a little bit, but actually a lot easier than the category stages. So you know, his survivability would be much higher with that setting versus the category ones. But you know, overall, again, this guy's a very, very solid unit. One of my probably, I'd say within the top 10 units in Dokkan Battle, like in terms of personal favorites. I'm not talking about the most powerful units in the game or anything like that, but personal preference wise, I do like this unit a lot. I think he deserves a lot more respect than he gets sometimes. He's certainly not he's not as bad as what some people make him out to be. That's probably the best way to explain it. He does have his uses. He does perform pretty well. again, he's getting a lot of boost and a lot of help from the category lead and the supporting units. But even without it, he'll be able to quickly get the damage output and attack potentials up there. So certainly a pretty solid unit overall. I don't know if I would recommend that you 100% this guy right away. I think if you're limited on options and you're looking for a little bit more a wider range in units available, it's certainly a good unit to invest orbs on. Like I got him to 100% potential, and I have zero regrets. I actually think it's worth the investment for this guy. Again, I'm hoping that he gets an easy A sometime, but we'll see when and where that happens and what it's going to be. But when the time comes, the time comes. Okay. Alright, well this is the showcase video for the Super TEQ Future Gohan unit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully I'll be back on the schedule of providing more commentary on my videos. Alright, peace out.